As Parkinson's disease advances, the mobility and balance of patients is affected, and many patients start thinking that they should move to a different house. I'm Dr. Rana, neurologist from Parkinson's Clinic in Scarborough, Toronto. As you know, Parkinson's disease is a disabling condition and it progresses with time. As this disease progresses, this affects mobility and balance of patients, and patients have a higher risk of falls. Therefore, many patients start thinking that they are not able to maintain a big house, they have difficulty taking stairs, so they should move to a different house. Such patients should try to look for a house which has one floor and it does not have any stairs, such as a bungalow. Also, they should try to make sure that there are no steps at the main entrance, or there is the least amount of steps, because as the disease progresses, their ability to take steps will also decrease. These patients should have a railing on the side of the steps. They should have big washrooms inside the house, or at least the main washroom which they are using should be big and spacious, because these patients make wide turns and sometimes they have to go to washroom with their walker. Make sure that the doors of the washrooms and the bedrooms are wide enough, because if they move from their bedroom to hallway with the walker, they don't have to turn on the side to go out. Also, these houses should have a wall-to-wall carpet, because the carpets are not as slippery as a ceramic or a wooden floor, and also the carpets, they soften the fall. If there's a wooden floor, then they should try not to wax the floor because it becomes more slippery. There should be no rugs in the house, and also experts recommend that there should be no pets, because sometimes patients are not able to see the pets and they could slip over them. There should be enough light in the house. There should be at least one sitting area with a big window where patients can see outside, because sometimes they feel isolated and therefore they may get socially withdrawn. Having a sunroom is always helpful, especially in the winter when there is cold outside and patients are not able to go outside. A living room with a big window where sun is coming is very helpful. Also, the driveway should be wide enough, because patients get out of their vehicle and they have their walker, they make wide turns, so a smaller driveway, especially in winter when there is ice, the patients may not have enough room to walk on the driveway, and the sides of the driveway may be slippery, which increases the risk of falls. Having an alarm system in the house is helpful, as well as having heavy furniture. Heavy furniture which is difficult to move when patients sit on them is helpful, and also the chairs or the couch should not be so deep that patients feel difficulty getting up from that furniture. Another thing is neighbor. Having a good neighbor is important. You always should say hello to the neighbors time to time. It's advisable that you have a phone number of your neighbor, and if you have children who don't live with you, they should have a phone number of your neighbor, because in case, God forbid, you fall or something happens, you cannot pick up the phone. Your kids can call the neighbor, or your neighbor should be able to check on you time to time, call you and keep an eye on you, because you might need their help at times. With the vehicle, we always recommend patients have a spacious vehicle. Family vans are usually better because they have a sliding door, they have a bigger trunk, and the patients can put their walker and other stuff in the trunk, or if they have to keep inside, if someone else is driving, such as their spouse or one of their children, then they have easy access in coming out of the van and going. Having a garage door opener is also helpful. A big backyard is a big plus in the house. Patients can do gardening, They can walk in the backyard, they can do exercise, especially in summer. Sitting in the backyard doing barbecue or anything else is very enjoyable. Thank you so much. I hope these tips are helpful.